What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Scorpio Sun Sign friends. If you were born between the dates of October 23rd and November 21st, then you are a Scorpio Sun Sign, and this video is for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at the reasons behind worry and stress in the lives of Scorpios, and I know what you're thinking. You're saying, I already know why I'm stressed is because of the mortgage, okay? And you're right, but this spread is going to take a look at perhaps the deeper level of the cause for stress in your life, and hopefully teach you or show you how to minimize that stress in your life so that you can live more freely, I guess. Okay, today we're going to be using the Druid Craft Tarot. It's my favorite tarot deck. I love it so much, and I've already shuffled the cards, so if you would please give me a moment to cut the deck and deal out the cards, I'd appreciate it. One thing I do want to say before we get too far into this is that this is a general overall reading for a large segment of the population, for a large group of people. So not everything is going to resonate with everyone. If you do want a specific reading where I tap into your energies, then you can head on over to my website. It's www.lightofriga.com. That's going to be the place to check in on free daily readings, as well as book a personal reading with me. You could book this one if you like. So I'd appreciate it if you go check that. The link is in the description box below, lightofriga.com. Alright, so what we're going to do here today is we're going to look at these cards individually and then go back and see what message they have to tell us as a whole. And the first card we're going to look at is this middle one, and it represents the heart of the matter, the reasons behind worry and stress in the lives of Scorpios at this time. And we've got the Four of Cups. Alright, so this is going to play out differently in each of our lives. I'm a Scorpio as well, so I see this happening. But yeah, it's going to play out differently, but the overall feeling I'm getting from this is that a cause for worry and stress in our lives is sort of not focusing on the right things. Kind of choosing, whether it's subconsciously or consciously, but choosing to focus on maybe the negative things, and as a result feeling sort of just blah. You know what I mean? Just not showing gratitude for all the abundance that we have, but instead, this is just an example, but instead focusing on what we're lacking. You know, I'm guilty of this. I think we're all guilty of this to some extent, and that sort of is skewing our perspective. It's making us see the world from a darker place rather than from a lighter place. And all that is happening is just the lens that we choose to look through. And I think kind of focusing on the negative causes some apathy. It causes laziness. It causes maybe even depression in some people. Just an unwillingness to move and go do stuff. So if you're feeling apathetic, if you're feeling kind of sluggish or slothish, or if you're just not feeling motivated right now, it's probably because you're focusing on the negative or focusing on those things rather than focusing on the positive. So that's kind of the heart of the matter. Let's take a look at this card now, which represents what you need to let go of at this time. We've got the Lovers. That's a curious card. Give me a moment with that one. Huh. Okay. I think you need to let go of things that you're too attached to. I think maybe attachment is causing you to fear losing that thing. And that's just another way to focus on the negative. So, you know, if we're going to listen to the Buddhists, right, and remove all attachments, theoretically, that's going to make us want for nothing, right? If we're attached to nothing, we want nothing because we don't need anything. We have everything we already need. There's no attachments, and attachments causes fear of losing those attachments. And I think that's what needs to happen here. Is you need to ask yourself, what are you so attached to that you're afraid of losing? And if you can answer that question honestly, then I think you're going to be on the right track towards healing, because that's something that needs to be looked at. Whenever we are too attached, we allow emotions to come into it. We allow fear of losing it to come into it. And it's kind of holding us back. It's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this. So I think releasing attachments is going to benefit all of us in a very strong way, because it's going to help us start to focus on what we have rather than what we don't have. You know what I mean? Like, if you're attached to something, generally speaking, most people are not grateful that they have it. They're fearful of losing it. You see what I'm saying? And I think reducing that fear of losing and increasing the gratitude of having is going to help immensely. Yeah? All right, let's go to the last card. This card represents actions we can take to improve the situation. We've got us a Hanged Man. Gotta make sure they're straight. Gotta make sure they're straight. Straight enough. Okay, there we go. The Hanged Man. Huh. That's interesting. You know, I talked about apathy, sluggishness, unmotivation. That's kind of what we're being asked to focus on. Not in that way, though. Okay, the Hanged Man is, you know, a period in your life where you're just unsure of things, so you just kind of take a time out. Okay, and you kind of just slow down and you try to look at things and you analyze and you try to discover where you're at, where you want to go, right? Now, contrast this with the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups is doing the same thing. He's kind of stuck. He's not focused. He's not moving. But this is far more negative in my opinion, because the Four of Cups energy is about kind of focusing on negative, whereas the Hangman is not moving, but he's focused on what he needs to do to move forward. And I think that's really what this card is saying to us at this time, Scorpio friends, is that what we need to do is kind of take in the whole situation. Let's take a break. Let's look at our lives objectively at this time. Let's see what we're attached to. Let's see what we have to be grateful for, but we're not showing gratitude towards. And let's just take in our lives at this time and kind of analyze it and see where we're at, where we're headed, where we want to go. And look at it from the bigger picture, sort of, is the feeling I'm getting. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling apathetic, if you're feeling just like you're not sure where to go at this time, I'm sure that's causing a lot of stress for you, because, you know, you want to be moving somewhere, right? You want to be making money or you know, improving at your craft or whatever forward movement means for you. But for whatever reason, the focus on the negative is kind of holding us back. And we need to really take stock, I think, right now. And we need to analyze and see, be objective and be honest with ourselves, so that we can really see ourselves for who we are. And once we do that, we can make forward progress, because now we know what to change and what can stay the same. So yeah, looking at these cards as a whole, that is basically the general gist of it, Scorpio friends. I know this is not going to resonate for everyone, but yeah, I think a willingness to become attached to things is causing us some stress. I think looking at things through negative eyes is causing us some stress. And I think we need to take a look at our life and see where we're at, so that we can start to, you know, create and manifest a better future. Okay, so that is the reading. It's a little general, I understand, and not everything's going to apply to everybody. But if you do want a specific reading where I tap into your energies, then head on over to my website, like I said, lightofriga.com, link in the description box below. We can do any number of readings, including this one, if you want to do this reading for yourself, where I get more in contact with your energy. This is as low as $10. This is a 3-card reading, so if you want to go check that out, lightofriga.com. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it. It lets me know that you did, so I'd appreciate that. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put those in the comment section below. I read all my comments, so type away. Okay, and if you really enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the videos that I release. I took a little bit of a break, but I'm back now, back on schedule, back on track, so get ready for those readings to come out regularly. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate that. Alright, Scorpio friends, let's get focused here, let's get motivated, and let's look at our lives objectively, so that we can figure out how to move forward, how to move past. It's almost like a funk, it's what it seems like, a little bit of a funk. So that'll help you to relieve stress in your life. Alright, so I wish you love and light, Scorpio friends. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.